Deputy Prime Minister Honorable Ernest Hilaire says the constituency boundaries in Saint Lucia are up for review. As per Saint Lucia's constitution, the boundaries are supposed to be reviewed every 7 years. The review is 2 years overdue. Despite this, the Deputy Prime Minister says it is something that is up for discussion. Hilaire notes that the constituencies are cut based on the population size and not the population of registered voters.
We are due for a review of the constituency boundaries, and like I said, it's on the table. There are discussions taking place as to what the boundaries should be. If you just imagine, Grosley is by far the largest constituency. Grosley is many times the size of Dennery South, and certainly larger than the next largest, which I think is Castries South East. I think the largest constituencies are Grosley, Castries South East, Castries East, Barbono, in terms of population size. So there has to be. So I guess once the census report is released and will give us a sense of what the population spread is.
Hilaire notes the last time a review was done was in 2015, ahead of the 2016 general election, where a proposal was submitted by the Constituency and Boundaries Commission in 2016 to alter the boundaries in Saint Lucia and was supported by both parties. However, this was challenged by then Castries South East MP Guy Joseph, who deemed the proposal to be prejudiced towards him. This also raised the issue of gerrymandering in Saint Lucia. However, Hilaire notes despite slight instances of gerrymandering, the official report from the Commission should prevent such occurrences from repeating in the future.
We don't believe in gerrymandering. In any case, it's a commission that has to make the recommendation, and the commission has to present a viable proposal which has to be debated by the House, and that report has to be made public. So if somebody says, take out this area from that area and put it in another area. Well, we've had gerrymandering in the past in Saint Lucia. I mean, if you look at some constituencies, PAI sometimes has been in Labrie, and sometimes has been in Strozel. Foster Jacques has swung. I mean, there have been attempts to take out certain communities and put them in certain constituencies to try to sway the voters. But generally in Saint Lucia, we don't have gerrymandering. We don't have that.
He also noted that from a party standpoint, elections are elections. Whether they have more seats or less, it is up to the candidate to go out and campaign.
Well, I have no concerns, really. I mean, elections are elections to be fought. And if they reduce constituencies, if they increase it, that's just what's before you, and you have to deal with it. Only recently I was watching news in England. In fact, there was just a by-election in England 2 weeks ago, and if you do some research on it, that constituency will not exist in the general election because of the realignments that will take place in England. So imagine somebody winning a seat 2 weeks ago who need to be told by the time they call the general election, your constituency will no longer exist. But that's the reality. So no matter what comes before us, we have to deal with it. As political parties, you strive to win as many seats as you can, and that's just what it is.
Hilaire also went on to state that should there be no changes to the boundaries, that the decision is made by the Commission. And if changes are presented, it is brought to the House for debate.
Well, it's up to the Commission. The Commission comprises, 5 persons, chaired by the Speaker, and 2 nominated by the Leader of the Opposition and 2 by the Prime Minister. And they will decide, and they will advise Parliament through the Speaker. So if they decide there should be no changes, there will be no changes. And if they decide there should be changes, it will be presented to the House for debate, and we can or not accept what they recommend.
The last time Saint Lucia had a boundary change was in 1974, when the island's 10 constituencies were divided to the now 17 constituencies. For Choice News Now, I am Chelsea Austinay.